he could completely dismantle them with the Berettas.
That's so true. Tessis is baiting him out, and now it's down. Needs to deliver, and deliver. He shall with 2 kills. Looking for a 3rd. Gets it down as well, and still alive.
Oh.
Still clicking head. Still fragging out. And the young man has picked up 4. But now it's down to the veteran. 9 HP to his name, and Apex has got 2. He does at least have the bomb, but there's only 20 seconds, and he's shooting corpses. He's on the edge of his seat. He's looking to flick the heads, but he's been denied. And Stown with a 4K to kick off the match.
This is a guy I wanted to touch upon as well heading into this matchup, right? He is the star for Heroic. And Tessis has actually been the guy kind of, I wouldn't say carrying, but the highest rated player for his side. And we haven't had that, you know, that monstrous game come up from Son yet. Yesterday against ENCE, they lost in a close fashion. Of course, the final map was a little bit more lopsided. It was, of course, you know, a great showing coming out from the ENCE boys. But if Son starts to wake up, which he really hasn't thus far this tournament, it could get real ugly for Vitality and look like he's come alive. It is going to come down to Shush, though. Ooh, okay. 2 kills now for Vitality. They can get the bomb down at the very least.
Another one. Masud is now pushing. He's getting aggressive. Trading across the AWP onto the low HP of Magisk. And a smoke down will keep Tessis at bay. Stown, though, so nearly gets the pick. But in doing so, he's managed to move around the back of these 2 Ts. It's going to be bloodshed, it's going to be carnage, and it's going to be Stown with a double. And now ZywOo with just a scout by his side. How he wishes that was an upgraded AWP. May not require it. This tag does connect, but the P250 can't turn the tides of this excellent CT side that Heroic are posting up.
The timing on that flank from start and recreate some of those ridiculous shots has been hitting thus far on the CD side.
Magisk also has the smoke working in his favor. Spray is good for 1, but he's been naded, and then the last tick of the Molotov will cook him into connector. So 1 fun trade. Pretty solid if you're Heroic, but now the smoke is going to clear. Apex has a window of opportunity, and he'll pounce in for 2. Molotov won't fully extend. Refresh. That is incredibly cheeky. Wanted to go for the jump shot. Not going to work out. Meanwhile, Shush has been suppressed. Much better on the side of Vitality, but that is 1 down. Many more steps to go.
Yep, they've managed to now withstand the force by push towards the B bomb site. They've handled the Glock round with ease. And this is a real test here. The rifles coming out at Apex from the jungle position. Great work, Vince. Great work. But just maybe overstaying his welcome there. The Flames finally take him down. The timing on this peak from Apex is this very position where I do remember he got an insane nade. Going to be deep. Going to chunk down, refresh 52 HP. And he's going to reposition himself on top here. Risky play, but he will find a 2K.
Yep, the 1D was forthcoming. So that's BAPS now locked down. No further business will be taking place, although Heroic may have a couple things to say about that one. Magisk, pretty comfortable in the end. And Shush and KD are going to try and reopen business, but Masuda, he thwarts them again with a 4K. So, getting a little bit closer, but all it takes is for 1 moment of brilliance. 1 minute.
On that A bomb site towards long for the time being with an AWP, but Heroic, they're poking and prodding both extremities of the map simultaneously.
Refresh going to be dropping the flash to a teammate that can maybe put him into position. Magisk through the smoke. Threads the headshot. That is Refresh, who thought second best of getting into Monster quickly, and that indecision cost him his life. Still though, even with that early casualty, Vitality are still in a very awkward position. Again, Connector is free reign, free real estate on the side of Heroic, so they can push back and forth and look for fast rotational plays. But there is now not much time on the clock, and Heroic will need to make a decision and stick with it. Damage done through on the Monster, but they've still pushed up. And this player's running with their knives out, they have no idea. And Magisk with 3 deeks shuts the round down. Shush can do little but try and run in, and Magisk smacks him upside the head too.
1 HP, Vince. What a round. What a round. And if that doesn't wake up Vitality, I don't know what will. That was magnificent from Magisk. The ace with the deagle. When things were looking grim, he comes alive all headshot.
Roughly where all three players remain. Tess is spotted heaven. One short, one monster. Vitality, what do you do with this information? Majorsk has had a great game so far with the pistols, and he goes in again, shutting it down with the Glock. And a much needed round for Vitality.
17-9 for Majorsk. We looked at this guy, when we saw the run for Vitality to make it to the stage, it was Majorsk who was the one supporting ZywOo. And we said, we asked, the desk asked, everyone asked of ZywOo to deliver for Vitality to stand a chance. He has been quiet, but Majorsk has come along.
Planted. And in comes Testis. Spray is good through the coffins. The final resting place of ZywOo, but the drive-by from Majorsk gets him 2 kills, and this round should be a done deal. Even though the remaining 3 Ts are exceptionally low, Sjuush has no grenades, nothing to cauterize the wound. And Vitality have no reason to peek him. Nothing should be forthcoming to Sjuush. He may look for some exit frags, may look to try and put the hurt and the spin onto Vitality, but Majorsk again, round the corner, wide swings him, and Vitality finally on the scoreboard.
It's showing that performance in Overpass wasn't just a one-off, Vince. What a round. And this is off predicated off the mainly, it's sure ZywOo gets a kill towards long, but it's this shot from Apex. Stavn was all alone towards the B bomb site. The moment he gets the kill, they find the timing. But even then, it was looking very tenuous, this post plans, considering how low the players were. And then Majorsk, he picks up the M4 and he's like, all right, it's my
Take the fight to the T's on the CT side. Like, you've just got to respect this.
The fact that they're just sticking to their style, despite the loss they had. And bear in mind, they lost that game because of their style on the CD side. Because of some great calling by Vitality, some great reads. But the fact that they're committing to this, as it looks like Vitality are going to be committing to this A play. It's a 4v5, the 3 defenders lying in wait. And here comes the waterfall outside of B apps.
Could be a dam built up. There's a flashbang to proceed that push. Sjuush in the meanwhile, though, goes in. Katie gets traded out. Sjuush only has impact for 1. And now ZywOo is locking down the site with his AK-47. But there's still 2 players to find. There's still 2 players to deal with. This is such an important round. Vitality desperately.
Very possible.
We've been here before, Blur. We've been here before. Not just in this best of 3, but Vitality against Big. We know these guys can dig deep and find that second wind. And it feels like the gust is brewing. It's picking up pace. misutaaa with a peek. Majorsk baited into the close angle with the Julies, but there's only 1 T over on this position. The rest of them are clumped on mid and apps, but they're starting to fall back down with a freebie headshot. Majorsk is joined by Dupree, and Majorsk comes in next, and he gets the same treatment, the same business, and Stown with a 3rd. Desperately need to convert this. Tessis, and more importantly, Stown are alive. He's got 15 kills to his name. He may have an AWP, not exactly ideal for retaking, but with a flash and a smoke and a kit, they've got enough time here to take all these angles one by one. Molly's going to be good. Flashbang on top of that. Tessis bypasses, pushes in by himself, leaving Majorsk on 33 HP to try and clutch this one down. Spray goes around to the first player. Now they know exactly where he is. They're going to try and line them up. Sprays down the first player. There may not be any time, and Majorsk will clutch out. Such an important moment, potentially in this best of 3, and if not for the first time, he has tons of impact.
We asked and he delivered, Vince. ZywOo, the 3K. I thought a hole was good enough. It was a 4 versus 3, and he just spins around like a death turret, delivering death all around him. And after he gets taken down, you said it, Majorsk was so very low, but it plays it to perfection. There was no nade or a Molotov remaining for Heroic to flush him.
Middle first, and in this position, Refresh surely doesn't anticipate this being a possibility. If they can kill him first, they can cordon off the aggression. ZywOo with the first, now pushing in. Gonna get peeked from the tree room. Double spray from Cadian, but misutaaa is gonna hold his resolve, hold his angle. 1 on 2 post plant. Sjuush up on the coffins. 34 hit points allocated to misutaaa. Molotov is up and over. He has the kit. Does he just stick this? The plant is out in the open, though. He's still searching for it. On the back of the fountain, tapping it, anticipating a full-on boost to come in. Deals with Sjuush. Still has a bit of time, but Cadian is baiting around the corner. Just needs to make sure there's not enough time for the defuse. He's played this perfectly, and Cadian, leading by example, gives his team 3 playoff points.
They needed something special to come out.
Over on the A side, cordoning off library. There's still a peak position for misutaaa to have a bit of impact. Maybe a lack of confidence to go in for that peak. Goes in with a flashbang. There's one, but he gets traded out. 25 seconds still on the clock. Double rotation, down banana. And this is funneling the CTs both into pit. This round may still be up for debate, but no longer. This Dupree is showing us why he can be one of the best players on the server. KDN is putting down the damage, putting down the pain. 8 seconds to go. KDN is doing it all alone. 3 seconds though. He had the right idea, but at the off angle. But that is going to play hell with the economy of Vitality, especially as they need to string together so many rounds in a row.